Center create. So this is the initial screen of a work center. Here first we will enter the plant, and then any name of work center. Work center you can give any name here, like I am giving work center 001. And then here work center category we need to give. Work center category is like this work center we are using for what purpose. SAP has defined some standard categories, like this work center is a mission, or it is a labor, or it is a group of missions. Work center mission group means it is a group of missions. So which type of work center we are defining, we need to select. I am selecting this as a mission, and then press enter. So once you press enter, it will open create work center basic data. The description, name of the work center, I can say assembling mission. They're assembling the car. Okay, assembling car. This is my work center. In basic data, the first is some fields like person responsible. Person responsible is nothing but a person who is maintaining that work center. Supervisor or manager, that person. You can put his name here. And then uses. This work center, like BOM uses, this work center can be used in a multiple areas, like inspection plans, routings, networks, rate routings. All these are the applications, means all these are, we need to use this in a different applications. So where we are using this work center, we need to maintain. Generally we will maintain this as a 009 all task list. So this work center can be used in routings, can be used in inspection plans for QM module, networks, maintenance task means PM module. So this work center can be used in all. So generally we can select 009 all tasks. So now here next field is standard value key. This is important thing. Standard value key. So yesterday I told you this work center can be used to measure your mission. Mission means how many hours it is running, like that. And we can use this for the labor also. Labor means how many workmen is working on this mission. Okay, and this mission can be used for setup time. Setup means before starting of the mission, you require some activities, like maybe cleaning or make it ready that mission. That is called the setup. You are setting up that mission before starting your assembly. So these are the some parameters you are measuring in work center. So these group of parameters we will maintain in one key, that is called the standard value key. In the standard value key, we will maintain what are the parameters we would like to measure in this work center. Okay, That group will maintain here. For example, these are the standard SAP keys: normal production, variable production, process, production line. All these are the SAP standard, not Y, but it is the SAP 0 to SAP 6. For example, if I take the SAP 1, normal production. So inside of this key, if I press enter, I am pressing enter now, you will get the what are parameters we are going to measure in this one. It will display here in the bottom. Now I am just pressing enter. Now you can see it is displayed 3 keys. One is setup, another one is mission, third one is a labor. I am going to the production now. Production. And in the production, you can open the basic data.
It's
Under
not
basic,
okay. Now it's showing. Okay, good.
you are able to see production,
Yeah.
then basic data, then click on work center, then click on general data. Here you can see standard value. Expand this standard value, and here define standard value key. Execute. So now I am there in the initial screen of standard value formula.
Okay.
You are able to see SAP 0, SAP 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
You can select standard any one of this one and click on copy.
Okay.
Okay. So when you copy, it will show you another screen.
Right.
Change view standard value key formula.
Mhm.
Okay. Here you can put your any name here. Normal production. Some name like I'm giving the Honda. And here you can give the 6 parameters. Okay. Like setup, mission, and labor. For example, you don't want to set up, you don't want to measure setup, only you want to measure mission and labor. So you can select only mission and labor only. Clicking OK button to save this. I am saving it. Now we are in work center basic data screen. So here in the standard value key, you can see whatever we created now. This is the very important value in work center. Okay,
Right.
standard value key. Okay, so after this one, we need to go to the default values.
Okay. One more question here. There is another field. It says rules of maintain, and then after there is another value. It says K. So what is that for?
Actually, key for performance efficiency rate. Efficiency rate. This is the efficiency rate is like its efficiency is 100%. If you not maintain anything here, the mission efficiency is like 100%. Configuration.
I see.
Efficiency rate, you can maintain it and you can select it.
I see.
Now I'm moving to the next tab, default values.
Yeah.
Okay. Here mainly we will maintain the unit of measure for standard values. Unit of measure, we selected mission and labor. For these two, how you want to measure. Okay. These generally we will measure in a unit of measure like time. Mission time. So the time is like hours or minutes, we will maintain unit of measure.
Okay.
Okay. That means it will say you 10 hours it is running time.
Right.
Okay. Labor also will maintain in a time only. The reason is 5 labors are working for 8 hours. Each labor is 8 hours. So their total working is 40 hours.
Now, did we mention any place that 5 labors are working?
No, we won't mention as 5 labors. We will mention as hours only, 40 hours.
I see. And what about the other keys that it's operation default value? We don't need to fill up this other values like control
Yeah,
keys.
here it is not required,
I
but
see.
here it is a control key is an important field.
Hmm.
Okay,
Mhm.
this same control key we will use in routing. Routing means another our next master data.
Next machine. Okay.
Okay, I will explain you that.
But we
But
cannot maintain the control key here in default value in work center.
I'm I'm coming to that. Okay,
Okay.
I'm entering here mission hours as hour. Okay, now here operation default values means whichever you maintain the values here, these will get copied into the another master data routing. When I'm maintaining the routing, that time I will use this work center. Okay, that time the values maintained here will automatically get copied.
I see.
That is called the default value. Okay,
I see.
for example, I am just selecting the one value, but importance and everything I will explain you in the routing.
Okay.
Okay, for example, I am maintaining the PP01.
Mhm.
Okay, so if I maintain this value, when I'm creating routing, that time this value will come as a default.
I see.
That is the meaning of default values, operation default values.
Mhm.
If you tick mark this one,
Mhm.
so this value which is coming from here in the routing master, you
Mhm.
cannot change in the routing.
If you check mark it.
Yes. If you
I see.
not check mark it,
Mhm.
it will show you the default value, but in the routing master, you can change also.
I see. Okay.
Okay. Next, I'm going to the next screen,
Yes.
capacity. In this capacities tab, we will maintain some formulas, okay, and we will maintain other parameters also. What are the other parameters? I will show you.
Mhm.
First is capacity category. I think someone is asked capacity categories we will create in a separate screen. Okay, separate transaction code. We can create a separately or we can create in this tab actually. Okay, so now this capacity related like mission capacity related data everything we will maintain in this tab.
Mhm.
So what is that? First is we are creating this as a mission, work center as a mission. So first we will select the category, its category as mission.
I see.
Okay, so you can select 001,
Mhm.
and once you select this one, at the bottom
Mhm.
you will have one button capacity with the cap symbol. You are able
Well,
to see in this button,
mhm.
then it will open another screen.
Okay.
This is important.
Mhm.
Now you can see it is open the screen, create work center capacity header. Let me know once it is showing to you.
Clear
Yes,
works.
listen to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. In this screen,
Mhm.
first we will maintain the capacity of this description. Some description you can maintain. Capacity of mission, and here capacity responsible is nothing but a person like work center responsible person. You can select the capacity responsible also. Now this factory calendar is there.
Mhm.
Factory calendar means we will maintain a calendar in the plant. So
Mhm.
calendar will have the what are the working days, what are the holidays, it will show you.
Mhm.
You will maintain in the factory calendar. For example, your plant is running 7 days a week. but this work center is running only 5 days a week. Okay, your plant is working 7 days a week, but this machine is working only 5 days a week. So in that case, you can create a separate factory calendar and you can assign that calendar here. If you're not assigned anything here, this will consider your plant factory calendar only. Okay. Next is this mission, as I told you, will work in how many hours? Whether it is working 8 hours, it is working 10 hours.
10 hours, yeah.
Okay. So that working we will maintain in the standard value capacity here, start time and end time. Here we will maintain. Okay. So this we want to measure as hours. So you can maintain here capacity base unit is hour. Okay. And here start time. So when this machine is starting, maybe morning 6 o'clock, you can maintain the time. And when is the ending? When you are stopping this machine. Okay. Maybe it is ending at evening 6 o'clock. Okay. 10 hours or 12 hours. And for a lunch break or breakfast break, you are stopping this mission for 2 hours. You can maintain that.
So in
Morning
other,
6 to
so in other words, when you are working, suppose in one car and
mm,
assembly plant,
mm,
and one day you work from 6 to, for example, 3 o'clock,
mm.
and another day you work from 6 to 5 o'clock. So the next day you will come and change the timing.
So is it a regular practice or it is just for one day?
Well, it's a whole week process, but some other reason, one day is a delay or your, uh, you know, power problem or some equipment problem and some hindrances. You are not starting the 6 o'clock. You are supposed to starting for some other reason.
Mm,
10 o'clock. So there is a gap 2 hours, and you start like 10 o'clock to 3 o'clock. Then,
mm.
particular that day, you have to come and change in a work center.
No, actually, not required. This is a master data. It is just like a planned. We are planning to start at 6 o'clock, but actually you can start at 6:30 or 7. We
Mhm,
don't know. Okay, but this is just like a planning, means
mhm.
master data.
I see.
In 1 day or 2 day cases, you don't require to come and change the master data.
I understand, but is that affects on the costing and all this stuff? No.
Anyhow, the costing will different
Okay.
because planned is morning 6 to 6,
Mhm.
but actually you started at 10 o'clock.
I
So
see.
that means you lost some cost.
Mhm.
Okay, this is just a planned. Actual may be a different.
I see.
Your efficiency came down.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next field is capacity utilization. Okay. Capacity utilization means, for example, in your case, actual planned is 6 to 6 o'clock.
Mhm.
But if you are maintaining 6 to 6 o'clock, that is 100% capacity.
Mhm.
But out of 6 to 6, you are using only out of 10 hours, you want to work only 8 hours.
Mhm.
Then that is a utilization of 80%.
I see.
You are utilizing only 80%.
I see. Okay.
Okay. This field also you can change.
Mhm.
Okay. And another field is the number of individual capacities.
Mhm.
Means if this work center is a single mission, you can maintain as a one. If you have this work center as a multiple missions, two, three missions.
Mhm.
Okay. For example, if this work center is having the two missions. Each mission is working 8 hours. So 2 missions means it is a 16 hours. Okay. If you have the 3 missions means working of these 3, if you add, it is a 24 hours.
So, for example,
Okay.
there are two shifts in the industry, and
Hmm.
one is morning shift and the evening night shift. So, can you
Yeah.
put the two, 1 + 1, that is 2?
Uh, so each shift is 8 hours, 8 hours, correct?
Right.
Okay. In that case, you can put here from start date and end date time.
I see.
8 hour means 16 hours. So example, you are starting as morning 6 o'clock
Mhm.
and you will maintain here as a 10 o'clock,
Mhm.
16 hours.
I see.
Okay. So then it is actually the 8 plus 8, 16 hours.
So that will be number of uh,
Yeah.
cap.
Now it will come here now. Okay. I am putting here 100% and one capacity. If I press enter, so system will calculate what is the from 8 to 10 o'clock. How many hours it is?
Mhm.
16 hours
Mhm.
minus your break time
Mhm.
minus 2 hours. So 14 hours is your capacity. If I press enter, system will calculate and show here the value. Here value. Okay. We can see 14 hours. Okay.
Yeah.
So how the system is calculated 14 hours is you based on your start time, end time, breaks, and the number of capacities. For example, if you have the two capacities, means two missions working from 6 to night 22. Okay. Then if I press enter, this 14 will become 28 hours.
I see.
Okay. So if you have multiple missions, you can maintain this as a multiple. Okay. So I'm just putting one only. Okay. And next is in the bottom, you have some tick marks. One is relevant for finite scheduling. You can tick mark this one. But what is finite scheduling? I will explain you during the another subject, capacity planning. Okay. That time I will explain you what is finite scheduling. But you can put this as a tick mark. And overload percentage. For example, you want to overload. Overload means example it is working only 14 hours, but one day or some days you want to work more like 16 hours or 18 hours. So how much overload you want to consider, you can select here. Percentage like 10%, 20%. So percentage also you can maintain here.
Okay.
Okay. And can be used by several operations. Means this work center we will use in routing. Okay. Routing means one is like packing, another is like assembling. Okay. These are called the operations. Another is like painting. These are called the operations. Okay. So all these operations, if you are working in the same work center, same mission area, so then you can select this. Can be used by several operations.
Okay.
Okay. Each operation wise is separate work center, then you don't require this. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
There is a tick mark long-term planning. This is also another subject. Okay. So I will explain you later about this. What is long-term plan? You want to produce one car. To produce this one car, it is taking 10 hours. Okay. To produce one car, it is taking 10 hours. Okay. For example, I need 5 cars. So how much hours I need to work? Means mission hours required
50.
50. So how you calculated this?
Multiply by hours
Correct. How you calculated is like 5
times 10.
5 into 10
Times 10, yeah.
divided by 1. Okay,
Mm.
5 into 10 divided by 1. This is a formula, correct?
Yeah,
Okay, same thing SAP will tell you in a formula called the processing formula, and this formula you will have the general practices. We won't create generally the formulas, we will use SAP formulas only. SAP has given the formulas. Okay, so we can see production mission requirement, how the system will calculate the mission hours.
I see.
So presently I am selecting the SAP 006.
Okay.
Okay, and now what is there inside of this formula?
Mm.
So I told you this calculation. Okay, if you want to know what is there in the inside of the formula, scroll down again. Are you able to see that capacity button in the down?
No, it's not scrolling down. Now it's
Okay,
little more. One more time, please.
yeah, now it came,
Now,
your capacity button.
now it's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Now here you can see other buttons also, like FORM. It is nothing but a formula. Okay,
Oh, if
you click,
FORM means formula.
yeah, you can click this button,
Mhm.
form. Now is it showing one screen display formula?
Mhm.
Are you able to see?
Yeah, it says machine
Yeah,
times operation quantity divided
correct,
by base quantity.
correct. This is what I have explained you the formula. Mission into operation quantity divided by base quantity. So that
Okay.
is nothing but in Excel file you can see
Mhm.
5 into 10 divided by 1.
I see.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. That is the formula. And in the bottom you can see formula indicator.
Mhm.
In the same screen, you will
Mhm.
see the formula indicator. Generate, costing allowed, work center requirements, and then in the right side, allowed scheduling and this one. These formulas can be used in capacities, scheduling, and costing also.
I see.
Okay. In the tabs, you can see capacity, scheduling, and costing. Okay. So these formulas can be used in capacity calculation,
Mhm.
scheduling calculation. Scheduling means calculation of your start time and end time. And third one is costing purpose.
So
Costing
the,
purpose is
so the left side is for formula, which is
mm,
generate costing
mm,
and work center, and the right side PRT and allow is belongs to, in other words, it's relevant with the scheduling and costing.
correct.
Okay.
Okay. Now, costing allowed is means related to costing.
Okay.
Okay. Allowed scheduling means related to scheduling purpose.
Oh, I see.
Work
Oh,
center for requirements is relevant for the capacities.
I see.
Okay. So this formula is related to capacity and costing.
Okay.
Okay. In next tab, scheduling is there. That
Yeah.
is relevant for the scheduling.
Scheduling.
Okay. So now I will show you the SAP. You ask the SAP 001. If I
Mhm.
open that SAP 001 or 2,
Mhm.
then this allowed scheduling will be tick marked.
I see.
This work center for requirements tick mark will not be there. So that means
Mhm.
during scheduling, you need to use that formula for mission calculation.
I see.
Okay. So that is the meaning of this formula.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So is it clear this capacities tab?
Yeah.
We maintain the capacity related and we maintain the formula also. Okay.
Uh, the, the formula processing formula. The
Hmm.
other tab is says setup formula. We don't need that.
We don't require actually.
I see.
You can see actually you can see what is that you are saying. Okay. You have the different buttons here, formula, test formula.
Mhm.
It is just like you can enter some values,
Mhm.
and you can test whether it is calculating like 1 hour, one car is equal to 5 hours, then 5 cars is equal to 50 hours. You want to
Means,
create, you can create.
this is a syntax that you check it.
Yeah, you can check it, correct. Formula is working fine or not, you can check.
Okay.
Okay.
And only in capacity, we just need only one capacity category and
Correct.
processing formula and nothing. We don't need any other things.
Yeah, other things are not required. If you are using setup, you can enter the setup formula also.
I see.
If you are okay, that as our key is not having the setup, I am not maintaining.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you have the setup
Otherwise,
key, yeah,
yes.
you can maintain it here.
And what about the other side, which says control capacity reduction? We don't need this.
Not required. You can keep the formula.
I see. Okay.
Okay. Now I am going to the next tab, scheduling.
Yeah.
Here also you are able to see scheduling details, scheduling tab.
Yes.
Okay. Now here capacity category. So it
Mission.
is nothing but our mission 001.
Same thing means.
Okay. And here also for scheduling calculation also we will maintain the formula.
So if you
Processing.
when you put the capacity category
Hmm.
and you enter it, I think automatically all the formulas will pulled up here.
No, it won't come.
I see.
You need to enter manually. Okay. Now here you need to select the SAP 002 because this is related to your scheduling purpose. Okay. Not the SAP 006. Mission requirements is for capacity calculation. Mission time, production mission time is for
I see.
scheduling purpose.
Oh, okay.
Okay. If
Because
you want to,
we are working on a scheduling.
yeah, exactly. Okay.
I
You
see.
want to see, you can scroll down.
Mhm.
I am scrolling down.
Mhm.
Okay. And I am clicking on the formula. Now you can see. Are you able to see display formula screen?
No, yeah, you.
Not yet. Not yet. It's coming, maybe.
Yeah, it is coming.
Yeah, now I can see. Yes, it's now.
Just a question. Can I drop the call? How long would take us to do, because I have another call
Yeah.
immediately.
1 minute only. I will stop it. After this screen, I will save it. That's all. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, thank you. Thank you.
So now you can see the formula SAP 002. Now tick mark is allowed scheduling
Yeah, and other work center is checked
is
off.
removed. Yeah, check it off. That is the reason this
Mhm.
formula we need to only use for the scheduling purpose.
I see.
Okay. Okay. I am closing this and I am saving it. In this screen only we will enter these two only. Capacity category and formulas. We
Okay.
don't require. Yeah, okay. So the last tab is costing. This is the integration between PP and costing people. PP and costing. Here we will enter the cost center. Okay. We will enter the cost center details. I am entering first the cost center. So you can select any cost center from this controlling area. Controlling area is 3001. Standard value key. Okay. That means whatever we are entering here means automatically it will come from the in the basic data view. You enter the standard value key. From there it will come. Okay. That means we are calculating the cost for these two activities in this work center. That is the meaning. Okay.
Okay.
So for mission to run that mission uh, per hour it may be $50. So that cost you want to get that cost calculated. So we need some settings here to get that cost per hour €50, $50 for mission and for labor it is $100. So that calculation will be done from here if you maintain the data here. If you not maintain, it won't get that cost, and that
Okay.
cost will go to this cost center, whatever you maintain.
Where we have to maintain means activity
Yeah,
type or
I will tell you that those
okay.
details now. Okay, now, so mission, against mission, this activity type we need to maintain. Okay, this value also will be provided by the costing people only. These formulas from here you can see, you can take the same formulas like scheduling. There you can see the in the formulas you saw that there is a tick mark for costing also. So these formulas can be used for costing as well.